the string while the yo-yo is up in the air. So while it's up, put your hand down and let the yo-yo land on the string. And that's laseration. This trick is a combination of slack trapeze and laseration. Instead of doing the slack trapeze from the trapeze position, you just do it from a regular sleeper and do a laseration to mount it into the slack trapeze position. The laseration movement has to be fast, so you can really whip the string into the yo-yo. You start by practicing the laseration counterclockwise to get to know the feeling, and then it's really just landing it into the same position as the slack trapeze. To make it more spectacular, you can try to go around the yo-yo one time and then land it to the yo-yo. So that's the double laseration to slack trapeze. The next trick is also a type of laseration and is called hook. Okay, I would like to explain it to you in 2 steps. First, you throw a regular laseration, also in the regular direction, and you throw it around your forearm and then catch the string with the right index finger. This way you can learn the general principle of this trick, and later on this loop has to land right into the yo-yo. So laseration over the forearm and then catch it with the right hand. After practicing this for a while, you can try to do it with the index finger. The loop that has gone over your forearm and went into the yo-yo will now directly go into the yo-yo on your index finger. You can get out of this position by just unwinding it to the left side one time and then doing an underpass with the right hand and then bind it up. It is a little more tricky and you really have to do this fast in order for the string to land into the yo-yo, but with some practice you will be able to master it. As with all laserations, you can do them with multiple times around your hand. So 1 time, 2 time, or like in this example, even 3. Because there are almost millions of grind variations, I will only stick to the basic grind in this DVD, otherwise I could probably fill the whole DVD with just grinds. The grind looks like this, and it's basically just the yo-yo landing on your finger while it still maintains spinning. It's actually quite easy. Start with a trapeze and hold the string on the left side, and then on the right side let the yo-yo touch the finger and grind on it. I suggest that your finger faces towards the ground a bit, because this way it's easiest to maintain the yo-yo on the finger while spinning. Again, trapeze, hold it on the left side, on the right finger, and then catch it again in the trapeze. You can surely combine grinds with laserations, for instance. Or you can let the yo-yo grind up your arm and then catch it again. There are really no limits to your imagination, because there are really many ways of doing the grind. The magic drop is a trick that we will need for kamikaze later on, so we will practice this first. It looks like this, and while it looks kind of unspectacular, it is quite much harder than you think. You start with a trapeze, and then with the thumb and the index finger of the right hand, go around the string one time. This means that the string is around your wrist, and in the next step let the yo-yo swing to the right side, jump off the string, go over your index finger and land on the back string. Note that the twist around your right index finger is correct, and it should be like this. Okay, so once again, twist around the string with the thumb and the index finger, then go over it, land on the back string, and that's it. It will often happen that you miss the string, or that you end up taking two strings into the yo-yo, or that other things of this nature happen, so please make sure you practice this before we go on to kamikaze. As you have just learned magic drop, we can now go on to kamikaze. Kamikaze looks like this. Okay, let's go for it. Over the thumb on the left, over the index finger on the right, and over the index finger on the left. That's your starting position. Thumb left, index finger right, index finger left. Next, you drop the yo-yo to the bottom string and let go of the left thumb. From this position, pass the yo-yo over to the right side so that the knot unwinds. You now have two strings on the right side, one that is twisted around the finger twice, and on the left side there is one string. Next, you let the yo-yo swing over the left index finger once, and you land on the back string. Next, you untwist the left index finger, and you make a hooking movement like this. Then you do an underpass with the left hand, so you end up in a position that looks similar to the one we had before, but it is different. Next, pass over the yo-yo to the left side, and you can see that on the right you have the magic drop position, and on the left there's only the trapeze. Now do the magic drop. Now let the yo-yo swing into the front string, let the yo-yo go down, up on the upper string, go other way around again and land it on the back string. Okay, slowly again. Let's start with the left thumb, right index finger, and then land it on the left index finger, similar to a double or nothing position, just with the thumb. Nur dass vorher dein linker Daumen verwendet wurde. Also Daumen, Zeigefinger, Zeigefinger. Then let the yo-yo drop onto the back string and let the left thumb go. Pass it over to the right. And then let the yo-yo roll over the left index finger onto the back string. This position looks a bit weird, but don't worry, we will now untwist it. Untwist, make the hook, and then put the yo-yo on top over the left hand. Remember, this position looks similar to the one that we had before, but it is different. Go to the left side again. You should now have a trapeze on the left side and a magic drop position on your right hand. Perform the magic drop. Jump into the right string, jump down, jump on the upper string, jump down again and land on the bottom string. Untwist everything and bind it up. Before we go on with Superman and Spirit Bomb, I would like to teach you the wrist mount, which is the first mount that you need in both of these tricks, so please learn it before we can go on. It works like this. Start with a breakaway and throw the yo-yo over the left index finger and then over the right wrist while you have opened up the thumb and the index finger, and then you land it on the left index finger right in the middle. Again, index finger, wrist, index finger, and now just pull out the left index finger and you are in the wrist mount. Now finally, just do an under pass with the left hand under the yo-yo and you are in the starting position of both Superman and Spirit Bomb. A little tip, if you just release the right hand, you end up in a triangle position and you have another trick. To unwind everything, just hop off to the front, jump on the string, and then perform the bind. Now we can start with Spirit Bomb. It looks like this. And it is surely not a beginner's trick. Okay, step by step. Start with the wrist mount and then do an underpass with the left index finger and land the yo-yo on the string. From this position, let the yo-yo jump into the upper string, and while doing this, cross the arms with the right hand being under the left. Now I suggest to open up the triangle that you have on your right hand with the thumb and the middle finger, because you will need it next. Pop up the yo-yo, uncross your arms and land right in this triangle. From here, pull out your left index finger, put it back in, so you have a position that is a wrist mount, but it has another knot around in the middle. Now let it swing over the left index finger and only hit it on the back string. If you now let go the front of your left index finger and your right hand, you end up in a trapeze. The second trick that starts from the wrist mount is Superman.